Melissa Correa joins us from West Houston in another neighborhood feeling the flooding threat. She's at I-10 in Eldridge. Hey, Melissa.
Hey there, Ron. We're joining you from the intersection of Eldridge Parkway and I-10, where you can see there is still standing water behind me. And this is part of the issue Mayor Turner is talking about when it comes to that now mandatory evacuation in West Houston. More than a half a dozen boats are now in the water carrying firefighters from all across the United States. Those firefighters told me they are having to physically dock their boats, wade the water, and approach homes and apartment complexes, because there are still hundreds of people who refuse to leave their homes. And guys, I get it. I live in an apartment here in Houston. I just paid my rent yesterday. And according to these firefighters who were now trying to do these last minute rescues, a lot of the folks on second floors and above don't want to leave because they still have power, they still have cable, they still have internet, all of the resources to wait it out. But Mayor Turner is telling us this standing water isn't going to go anywhere for about 2 weeks. And so in an effort to save lives and keep all of these first responders safe, any property with standing water with power on, like that Valero gas station there just across the way, at 7 a.m. tomorrow, the power is going to be cut. And as we turn our way this way, Ralph, I'm walking behind you. We're talking about all those boats and rescue crews in the area. We're talking as far as Oklahoma and Kansas at this point. At least half a dozen of them have shown up here around 5 this afternoon. As you can see, no one's out here. All of the boats are docked. Now, one of the firefighter crews does have a canine with him, and that was used in some of the rescues earlier this week out here in West Houston. That canine is trained to sniff out human beings in these rescue efforts. And so this is what we're talking about. Again, the area that needs to evacuate now, it's a mandatory evacuation. South of I-10, west of Gessner, north of Briar Forest, and east of the reservoirs. Again, this is only for folks who already have water standing in their home. Amongst the safety concerns for law enforcement and for yourself, there are major health concerns with this water standing here. We're going on about a week now of this water standing here in areas like West Houston. And so with that come a lot of dangers. And then there's the safety hazards as well, possible fires. We're talking about gas leaks as just the water continues to seep into the ground and damage everything around it. So again, heed the warning. It is now a mandatory evacuation. They started with voluntary evacuations yesterday. Unfortunately, when we were out here then, a lot of folks had already gotten out and were coming back to their homes to get just a few more things. But at this point, you don't have that time. You need to get out right now. There are boats in the water. They'll take you to a shelter or wherever you need to go, because this is going to be the situation for about 2 more weeks. Again, we have more information on this mandatory evacuation online now. Visit KHOU.com along with info for the Red Cross, FEMA, and any shelters in the area. We want to get you safe, Houston, and we want to make sure that the people who are out here volunteering and rescuing are just as safe. We're standing for Houston. I'm Melissa Correa, KHOU 11 News.